Hello everyone, how's it going? So today I'm here to give a tutorial on the song Let Me Touch You by Kirk Franklin. The song is in a key of B flat, but then we modulate up to D flat. Alright, that was the intro, where they're doing the O's. Oh, also I speak in terms of numbers and also some chord names as well. So our first chord in the intro is a B flat chord on the right, D, F, B flat, and on the left we have an A flat, or a flat 7 chord. Then on the right we have another B flat in a different version. And on the left we have our 6 or our G. On the left now we have F sharp, and on the right we have E flat, F sharp, and C. Now on the right we have our B flat chord again, and on the left an F or 5. Now we have a C chord with our B flat on top, which is a C, E, G, B flat, and on the left we have a C. You can do an alternative and do an E in your bass. Now we have an E flat on the right. I'm voicing it as B flat, E flat, G, and B flat. And on the left we have our 5 or F. Intro one more time. And then it goes, and then we do a couple of passing chords. Gets us to our verse. So on our passing chords, we just have an E flat on the right and our 6 or G on the left. Then on the right, we have an F chord, A, C, F, and an A on the left. Which brings us to our B flat, which starts off the verse. And also keep in mind to try to arpeggiate on the right hand. Some type of arpeggios when you're walking up. So, let me touch you to see if you are real. And that's just left hand. I'm just doing the 1, the B flat, and in my right hand I'm doing a B flat chord, but sometimes I'll suspend it with the C. So let me touch you to see if you. So usually I'll hold down the same thing I'm doing for the 1, and I'll just move my hand up to the 3, my left hand to the 3, to the D. So let me touch you to see if you are real. Then when I get to the real part, I go to E flat chord. E flat on the left. I'm still holding down the B flat. And sometimes you'll hear this lick throughout the song. We're just doing F, C, D. Even though. And that's just a 7-3-6 progression. And here's how I'm voicing it. On the left, we have our 7, our A. On the right, I have a G, C, D. Then I take my left hand, I move it to the 3, to the D, and take my thumb and move it down to the F sharp. So now we have F sharp, C, D. Then our 6 is just a B flat chord with the 6 on the left, or G on the left. So and then to get back to the second part of the verse, just do an F chord to as a passing chord. So now we have our B flat on the left, and we have an A flat, C, E flat, and an F on the right. So an A flat chord with an F on the right. So really, I'm just staying on that B flat for a couple of times, for a couple chords. And then on the right hand, I'm just moving from that A flat chord to a B flat chord. Add the two. One more time. And just to be clear, that's B flat, C, D, F. Then I'm back to this E flat chord with E flat on the left with the B flat on top. And next we have an E flat on the left and this F sharp, B flat, E flat on the right. So then I do this passing chord to get me to the Let Me Touch You to See If You're Real. I do this passing chord right here. It's just a B flat on the, I'm sorry, it's the B natural on the left. And we have B, D, F. I believe is a B diminished chord. So Jesus, let me touch you. That's just an E flat chord with a C on the left, or a 2 on the left. So let me touch you to see if you are real. And that last chord, that E flat chord with the 5 on top, with 5 on the bottom, or an F on the bottom, like we saw earlier. Right, so that's the first verse. Then you do the passing chord again to do the second verse, which is the same as what we just did earlier. Now the difference is coming out of the second verse, we're going to do when I'm down. So Jesus, let me touch you, see if you are real. When I'm down. So after you do this, let me touch you to see if you are real. So we had this E flat chord with an F on the left, which we saw again a little while ago. Again, E flat, F on the left. Now we have an E flat on the left with an F chord on top. So down we have our 3 or our D on the left and an F chord on top. Now sometimes I'll add in this D for color. So when I'm down, and then we go to a 6 or a G on the left and we have our B flat on top. And sometimes I'll do let's see here. So when I'm down, I'll just invert the F up here, and then I'll play the B flat. Or sometimes I'll just go straight to the B flat. So when I'm down, and I like to work in that diminished chord, that B diminished. Remember, B on the left and B, D, F on the right. After I come out of the 6, that helped me get to the 2, which is that E flat and the 2 on the left, or C on the left. Right? Let me touch you. And that's that E flat on the right, and that F or 5 on the left. And it just repeats itself again. When I'm discouraged, let me touch you. So let me see here. So after discouraged, goes out to let me touch you. It does that E flat chord with the 5 on the left, and I like to return back to the 1 before I do the 7-3-6. Like I never felt before. Lord, I need you more. So I return to the 1, the B flat, and then do the 7-3-6 like we saw earlier. Like I never have before. And that little cluster of chords, it's like a 5. We're going to a 5-1-4, but here, let me explain it. So, like I never had before, Lord, I need you more and more. So, right after the 7-3-6 progression, on the 6th, we're just gonna keep walking right down. So on the left hand, we have this F sharp on the left. Right, we have a E, B flat, D. So now on the left, we have a 5 or a F, and we have an E flat, A flat, C. Now we're on our 1, and we have a D, A flat, C. And then I do the 4. I'm going to do the 4, which is your E flat, and a B flat chord on top. So you have a B, D, F, B flat. So one more time. Like I never have before. Lord, I need you more and more. Right? Okay. Then we go back to that passing chord, the B passing chord. So Jesus, let me touch you to see if you are real. Then it goes back to the O's. Now, a different time after we do the O's, we're going to go to the key change or to the modulation. So Jesus, let me touch you to see if you are real, are real, are real, are real. So on the left we have an A flat chord, A flat with a B flat chord on top. Then we have a 6 or G with an E flat on top. So now we have an F sharp with an F sharp, B flat, E flat on top. And now we have an E flat on the right with an F or 5 on the left. I like to do that cluster right here. It's just B flat, E flat, F, and then when I hit the F, I'm on the 3 or the D. So then we have our F on the right or our D. And here's the modulation. Now we're in D flat, which is an F sharp chord on the right, and A flat on the left. Let's run it one more time. Touch you to see if you Now we're in the key of D flat. So now we just do when I'm down, but now we're going to do it in a different key. So when I'm down. So from the F sharp chord with our 5 on the right, because remember now we're in D flat, so now here's our 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we have a 4 on the left, or F sharp, with a 5 on the right, A flat. Now we're on a 3 on the left, with an A flat on the right, in any inversion. C, E flat, A flat, C. Now we're on our 6, which is B flat, and then we have our D flat chord on the right. F, A flat, D flat. So now our passing chord in D flat is going to be a D on the left and an A flat, D, F. So now we're on our 2, which is an F sharp on the right, B flat, C sharp, F sharp, then our 2 on the left. Then our 5 chord, which is that F sharp on the right, A flat on the left. Then it just repeats. Now discouraged. Remember back in B flat we return back to the 1. So our 1, D flat, F, A flat. So like I never have before. So the 7-3-6 in the key of D flat, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna do a little higher because it sounds a little muddy, but our 7 is our C. Then we're gonna do B flat, C sharp, and F sharp. Right? Then our 3 is our F. Then we just move our thumb down to A. So now we have A, D flat, F sharp. Now our 6 is just B flat on the left. Then we have our D flat chord. A flat, D flat, F. Like I never have before. Now we have those clusters, that cluster of chords again. And here D flat. Again, we're on the 6th. Just walking down, move your thumb down to A, natural. Then we have G, D flat, F. Now we're on our 5, A flat. Then we have F sharp, B, E flat. Let's see here. Now we have our G on the left. Then we have an F, B natural, E flat. Now we're on the 4 with the D flat on the right. So one more time. Now back on that passing chord on the D. So Jesus, let me touch you. Remember our 2 chord on the left and F sharp on the right. So let me touch you to see if you by your power. All right, so at the ending it does a little different type of variation. So let me see here. So Jesus, let me touch you to see if you. So 5, 4 on the left and A flat on the right. Then we're on our 3 with that diminished chord. So A flat, C, D, F. So now we're on our. So now I just moved from that. So now I just moved from the F to our D. Right? One more time. Let me touch you. That's 2. 5 to see if you are real. Then it goes back to those O's like we did earlier. But now we're just in a different key. So on the left, our flat 7 or a B on the left, and we have a D chord, D flat chord. Remember, we walk down to our 6, which is a B flat and a D flat on the right. We walk down to our A natural, and we have an F sharp, A, D flat, E flat on the right. Then we're back to our 5 in the left, A flat, with a D flat on the right. Now I have a 2 on the left and an E flat with a D flat on top on the right. So that's E flat, G, B flat, and D flat. Now on a 5 chord, F sharp on the right, A flat on the left. And that just goes twice. And that's how the song ends. I thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it informative, and I hope it helped you out on the song a lot. Please contact me for personal tutorials or any more requests. I thank you so much for watching. Take care and have a great day.